So top agents know that listings are valuable and they know that open houses are a very, very big part of them. So if in your listing appointment presentation, if you're looking to differentiate yourself and show work and ethic in a way that actually generates you more business, I recommend using this approach. Hey guys, it's Brian Icenhower. Welcome to the episode. Kind of excited to talk to you about this today. We're going to talk about listing appointment presentation ideas. And when I talk about listing appointment presentations, what I really want to talk about here is a way to differentiate yourself. And I mean, we have some pretty robust systems at Icenhower Coaching and Consulting for your listing presentations. There's no doubt. There's lots of different strategies and methods that you can implement. There's one in particular I want to talk about today, though, that is has a very dramatic impact at converting a listing appointment into a signed listing agreement that generates more business for you. And I have found that, one of the unfortunate misconceptions out there that home sellers have is that the real estate agents don't do a lot of work, that we just, put a sign in the yard, put it in our online systems and wait for offers. And that's how we have so many commission disputes and even the negotiation process, they don't think as much. Oftentimes, everybody's in business and everyone has to negotiate. I think everybody thinks they're the best negotiators. So they don't give us a ton of credit there. They need our help with a few things, there's no doubt. But I think one of the things that will differentiate you from the other agents is you can actually show that you do work harder and it will get them increased results. And one of the ways I do that is this: especially if we're getting into, if they ask us, if they start getting into a situation where they're asking, what do you do? How do you differentiate yourself? How do you separate yourself? What are you going to do to get my home sold? That type of thing. Or if they're considering another agent, I'll go into this as well too. They know that they're interviewing other agents, things like that. I'll definitely go into this to show I work harder. And what that is I'll use open houses. Even if they don't want open houses, I'll use it. It could be broker opens as well too, but I really want to make sure that we can have some open houses around a listing. So many of our systems are tied to trying to market around open houses to generate more listings around our listings. And open houses has become a big feature of that. We're able to get lots of listings, open houses, of course, generate more buyers from open houses, and from time to time actually sell the house. So we're aligning customer service with our marketing and lead generation activities. And anytime we can do that, we're in a good place because the clients love it, right? But open houses are intrusive. They'll say, I don't want open houses. I don't want all these people through here and stuff. So what I think is really important is you be able to demonstrate for the first time why they're important. And many people don't know this. And I think it's really important. And what you can tell them is this: it's very, very effective in low inventory markets, but it'll work in any market. We've tried these in all of them. And, when we get into this portion, what we're going to explain to our sellers is this: we always try to put our clients in a position where they receive multiple offers at once. Because if we get multiple offers at once, we can actually negotiate with them and play them against each other and work that price up and all the other terms that are more desirable for us, that are in our favor. So we're always trying to get two at once. However, to get more than one offer at once, that almost always happens immediately after the listing goes live. So once that listing goes live, if we don't get multiple offers in the first 30 days, the likelihood of us getting them is very, very slim. They happen right away. So what we try to do is have 2 open houses within the first week or two, as quickly as we can. Because yes, your listing is going to go live on the multiple listing service, and there are a gazillion other agents out there that may bring an offer. We try to generate one ourselves to ensure you get into a multiple offer situation that you can then start walking that price up and play both these offers against each other. However, open houses also generate interest and offers from other agents as well too, because they see it or their clients see it and notify them, hey, there's an open house in our neighborhood finally, that kind of thing. And they become aware of the listing through the open house marketing. So what we try to do is have an open house the very first weekend after the listing goes live, and then a second one right after that. And here's the deal: regardless of whether we get offers or the home even sells and goes under contract, I don't care. We're having those 2 open houses no matter what, because we at the Brian Icenhower real estate team will do anything to make sure you get the highest amount of proceeds for the sale of your home. And here's why, okay? So when that listing first goes live, we might even get some offers right away if we price it absolutely correctly. If we price it right where it should be, another agent will know that and try to get offers in before a multiple offer situation. Even though we're getting offers, we're still going to hold the open house that first weekend. And the reason being is we're going to let that other buyer's agent know, because at that point in time, we have not accepted the buyer's agent's offer. We're going to let them know, hey, we have an open house scheduled and my client wants me to go ahead and have the open house anyway. So we appreciate your offer and we're going to respond to it at the end of the weekend. Maybe it's Sunday. I prefer Monday afternoon, give everybody some time because someone might come look at it Sunday and give you an offer too. So I'll say we're going to respond to everybody Monday afternoon. That's my seller's wishes. And that may frustrate some people, but that's when we're going to do it. Plus, when you tell people that, it creates less work for you, the agent, on a Sunday, with everybody trying to compete on their offers and up their offers and get in offers on a Sunday. If you give them till Monday night, now you're working Mondays and you're not working so much on Sunday, right? Let's say your open house is Saturday. I don't care if it's Saturday, Sunday, what have you there. It doesn't really matter. So you're going to have your open house that first weekend. And guess what's going to happen? Anybody that put in offers or is thinking about it, what are they going to do that weekend? Well, they're off work now. I guarantee you they're going to start driving their people by. Now, remember, I'm telling this to the seller, all in this listing presentation, because they're going to learn something from me, just like you're going to learn a few things here. And you're going to be like, oh, wow, I never heard that from the million realtors I've worked with in my life. And you're going to differentiate yourself. They're going to show that you work harder, because that prospective buyer is going to drive by with who? Their mom, their dad, their spouse, their kids, their friend, their cousin, to show them their house that they're about to buy. But what they're going to see is all these people walking through the open house also trying to steal their house away from them. That gets them more inclined to write a higher offer, amend their previous offer to a higher price, or take whatever counter we give them, because they know that there's all these other people looking at it too. It creates kind of a buyer's frenzy. They walk through it and see other people saying favorable things. It makes it even worse. You've experienced that before, right? So I'm telling this in the listing presentation because we have a listing strategy, something that's very rare in real estate. We have a strategy to try to induce multiple offers, right? So that's why. And even if we get it under contract after Monday, we're still going to have the second open house the following weekend. Why? Because we're not done negotiating yet. Typically they're going to have inspections, do their due diligence, and then they're going to actually send us some sort of repair request that asks us to fix a bunch of things or pay money in lieu of fixing things. So we're not done negotiating, because once they get it under contract and it's just them and us, now they know that we're getting moving trucks and we're looking at other properties and we're kind of beholden to them. That, we don't want them to think that. We want them to think there's backup offers. So I'm going to tell this agent again before I accept his offer, so he knows he can't get mad at me, is, hey, I just want you to know this. My sellers are pretty insistent. They've heard horror stories about people backing out of deals. So they really want to get backup offers. We're good to go. And you can tell this to your clients right now. We're going to accept your offer. However, we do want to hold that second open house next weekend just to increase exposures in case your clients change their mind. And before we accept the offer, that buyer's agent is going to be yes, 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 yes. So long as you tell them up front. If you tell them afterwards, of course, they might be mad that, hey, why are you still holding open houses? You're freaking my clients out here. You tell them up front, everybody's okay, because they're going to put on their best their best face just to get that offer accepted. So you tell them before acceptance, and they'll be very agreeable at that time until you accept their offer, right? Then we're going to hold that. And why are we going to hold that second offer? Same deal. They're going to be showing it, hearing about it. Oh, they're going to have these open houses, nervous as a heck, probably go by and see all the people coming through it. They're going to be much less likely to ask you, because they don't know how many backup offers you got. And you got no obligation to tell them. They're going to be much less likely to nitpick you with repair requests and asking for money or different terms, or even not performing in a timely fashion on the various aspects throughout the contractual process, for fear that you would use that as an option to back out of the deal and go with one of these better other offers that you've cultivated. So that's our strategy for really locking in and avoiding all of those nightmare situations that occur, and why you should list with me, Brian Icenhower. That's the idea. We lock it in, we generate the highest price, and we really make sure we have secure transactions this way, because we don't stop marketing your home after we get an offer. We continue to do it after we get After we get offers, we continue to do it after we get them under contract, because we go that extra mile for you because we see how important it is. And that's what's so, and not to mention the whole time you as an agent are getting much more exposure. You're showing all the neighbors how hard you work. You're showing everybody, and the word of mouth you're going to get from this listing agent. The other agent they interviewed, you're going to see that they didn't have any plan. They weren't doing this extra effort. You're talking about all the stuff you do and why you do it and letting them in on strategy they never knew, which is very powerful. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. It's one of the reasons people go FSBO so much, is they really don't think agents do that much. But if you start showing you had strategies they never thought of, they stop saying, well, I've sold 4 or 5 houses. This is my 6th house now, or I'm this, or I'm that. Just like you learned some stuff there, they definitely do, right? So it's very important you show them that you're the expert. So it really sets up a different relationship working with the client forward too, where they really listen to what you say, which I think is really, really neat and very important. It's a much better relationship than just a peer relationship where you're friends or something like that. And they're using you as a favor because they trust you, but they don't necessarily think you do anything special. Well, this shows them that you know your stuff, right? And they listen to your advice and your recommendations and navigating through some of the other speed bumps that may come their way throughout that transaction. So that's the idea, is we use that multiple open house strategy up early to induce multiple offers, generate lots more opportunities for ourselves, to generate more activity, to generate more marketing opportunities with each listing that way, so we can increase our business. It's not abnormal for many of my teams or agents that we coach to have goals to get 1 more listing and 2 buyers out of each listing we take. And this is a key way to do that. So top agents know that listings are valuable, and they know that open houses are a very, very big part of them. So if in your listing appointment presentation, if you're looking to differentiate yourself and show work and ethic in a way that actually generates you more business, I recommend using this approach. Hope it helps, guys. Can't wait to see you on the next episode. Talk to you soon.